Welcome, everyone. Today we're jumping into F1 driving experience in Roblox, where speed, precision, and perfect timing are everything. This isn't just another racing game where you hold the accelerator and hope for the best. Every lap is a test of skill, every corner demands concentration, and every mistake can cost valuable time. If we want to compete with the fastest drivers on the track, we'll need smooth racing lines, late braking, and complete control of the car. Right from the start, the atmosphere feels like a real Formula One weekend. The cars look incredible, the circuits are detailed, and the excitement builds the moment we leave the pit lane. It's immediately clear that this game is designed for players who enjoy realistic racing rather than simple arcade driving. Every section of the circuit presents a new challenge, making every lap feel rewarding. As we begin accelerating down the first straight, the car quickly comes alive. The speed builds faster than expected, and suddenly the first corner is approaching much sooner than it looked from a distance. Finding the perfect braking point becomes the first real challenge. Brake too early and you'll lose valuable time. Brake too late and you'll run wide, giving away your advantage before the race has even started. The first few laps are all about learning the circuit. Every corner has its own rhythm, and remembering the fastest racing line makes a huge difference. Some turns reward patience, while others allow you to carry incredible speed if you enter them correctly. That's what makes Formula One racing so exciting. Small improvements can completely transform an entire lap. One thing I really like about F1 driving experience is how satisfying it feels when everything comes together. A clean lap isn't only fast, it feels smooth from beginning to end. Every braking zone connects perfectly with the next acceleration, and before you know it you're flying around the circuit much quicker than before. That constant feeling of improving keeps every race interesting. The competition is already becoming intense. Other drivers are pushing just as hard, looking for every opportunity to gain a position. Defending without losing too much speed and choosing the perfect moment to overtake requires patience as much as confidence. One aggressive move at the wrong time could easily end both drivers' races, so staying calm is just as important as driving fast. As our confidence grows, we're beginning to trust the car more through every corner. Braking becomes more precise, steering feels smoother, and every lap helps us understand the track a little better. Those small improvements quickly start adding up, allowing us to chase even faster lap times and stay competitive with the leaders. This is only the beginning of today's Formula One adventure, but the pace is already increasing. Faster laps, tougher competition, and even bigger challenges are waiting ahead. Let's keep pushing, stay focused through every corner, and find out just how quick we can become before the checkered flag finally comes out. The race is starting to find its rhythm now, and every lap feels faster than the last. We've learned the layout of the circuit, found better braking points, and we're beginning to trust the car much more through every corner. That confidence makes a huge difference because instead of reacting to the track, we're starting to anticipate every turn before we even reach it. The competition isn't giving us any easy opportunities. Every driver is searching for the smallest advantage, whether it's braking a little later, carrying more speed through a corner, or getting a better exit onto the next straight. In Formula One, even a tiny improvement can save valuable tenths of a second, and those small gains quickly add up over an entire race. One of the most satisfying moments is finally putting together a clean lap. Every corner connects perfectly with the next one, the car remains stable under braking, and acceleration feels smooth all the way down the straights. Instead of fighting the car, everything begins working together naturally. Those are the laps that remind you why racing games are so addictive. Our overtaking opportunities are becoming much more strategic now. Diving into every gap isn't always the smartest choice. Sometimes it's better to stay close, wait for the perfect exit, and use the extra speed on the following straight. Patience often creates much safer and faster overtakes than forcing an aggressive move into a tight corner. The track itself keeps demanding complete concentration. Some sections reward maximum speed, while others punish even the smallest mistake. Running slightly too wide can cost precious momentum, and recovering that lost time isn't always easy. Staying consistent is proving to be just as important as setting one incredibly fast lap. Another thing I enjoy about F1 driving experience is how realistic the progression feels during a race. The more laps you complete, the more comfortable you become with every braking zone and every apex. What seemed difficult at the beginning now feels completely natural, allowing you to push the limits a little further each time you cross the start-finish line. Meanwhile, the battle with the other drivers continues getting more intense. Positions change constantly, and nobody is willing to give away an easy advantage. Every successful defense feels just as rewarding as a clean overtake because holding your racing line under pressure requires confidence and precise control of the car. We're entering the most competitive part of today's race. Lap times are improving, confidence is growing, and every decision matters more than ever. The next few laps could completely change the final result, so let's stay focused, keep hitting every apex, and see if we can climb even higher before the race reaches its dramatic conclusion. The race is entering its final stages, and now every lap feels absolutely crucial. There's very little room left for mistakes because everyone on the circuit is pushing harder than ever. The gap between drivers is incredibly small, which means a single missed braking point or a poor exit from one corner could completely change the finishing order. The pressure is rising, but that's exactly what makes Formula One racing so exciting. At this stage, consistency becomes more important than taking unnecessary risks. Setting one amazing lap is impressive, but delivering fast, clean laps over and over again is what wins races. Every corner has to be approached with confidence, every braking zone needs to be perfectly timed, and every acceleration must be as smooth as possible. The smallest details now separate the fastest drivers from everyone else. Our confidence behind the wheel keeps growing. The circuit no longer feels unfamiliar, and every section flows naturally into the next. We know exactly where to brake, where to carry extra speed, and where patience will create a better exit. It's satisfying to feel that improvement because the car almost seems to become an extension of the driver instead of something you're constantly trying to control. The battles on track are becoming even more competitive. Every overtake has to be carefully planned because nobody wants to lose valuable time through reckless moves. Sometimes staying close for an entire lap before making one clean pass is much smarter than attacking immediately. Waiting for the perfect opportunity often produces the safest and fastest result. One thing that really stands out in F1 driving experience is the incredible feeling of speed. Flying down the straights before diving into technical corners creates an exciting rhythm that never gets boring. Every successful lap encourages you to push just a little harder, searching for another tenth of a second that could move you further up the leaderboard. The other drivers continue applying pressure from every direction. Looking in the mirrors becomes just as important as looking ahead because defending your position requires complete awareness. A good defense isn't about blocking every move, it's about protecting the racing line while maintaining enough speed to stay competitive on the next straight. As the checkered flag gets closer, the entire race feels more intense. Every decision matters, every corner becomes more important, and every successful lap brings us one step closer to the finish. The atmosphere perfectly captures what makes Formula One racing so thrilling: incredible speed, constant concentration, and the determination to improve until the very last second. We're almost at the end of today's race, but there's still one final push left. The finish line is getting closer, the competition is tighter than ever, and now it's time to give everything we've got. Let's stay calm, hit every apex perfectly, and see if we can finish this incredible F1 driving experience with one last unforgettable lap. The checkered flag is finally waving, and what an incredible race this turned out to be. Every lap pushed us to drive faster, brake later, and stay focused through every single corner. F1 driving experience delivers an exciting Formula One feeling right here in Roblox, and every race is another chance to improve your skills. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more awesome Roblox adventures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next race.